Good morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to your channel, Awakening Democracy in India. I begin this conversation with the beautiful poem of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, who had an extraordinary great dream for Mother India, where he says, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where clear stream of reason has not lost its way to dreary desert sands of dead habit, where mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country away. My dear brothers and sisters, that dream of Rabindranath Tagore, yet to be fulfilled, is still to be realized. How can it be realized if our brothers and sisters do not work hard? If they do not realize their responsibilities and their duties, if they keep on fighting in the name of language, in the name of religion, in the name of caste and creed, how can India become great? My concern is very simple. It is not preaching, but it is a good advice that Mahatma Gandhi had said. We should wipe tears from every tearing eye. Our poverty has not been eradicated. Our hearts are saddened when we see so many waves and strays wandering over the streets. Dear brothers and sisters, a house divided against itself cannot stand. In order to make our republic strongest in the world, and if we want to make our country great, it is our responsibility at everywhere, at every level. Dear brothers and sisters, responsibility begins at individual level. When we perform our responsibilities honestly, whatever small activities we do, all small activities should be done with great love so that India can become great. Wherever we are, whatever we are doing, in whatever position we are, first of all, we should keep nation first. Without our nation, we cannot become great. It is my firm conviction. All great personalities of the world have always stressed the point that without the country strong, it cannot create good scientists. It cannot create excellent engineers. It cannot create excellent professors. My dears and brothers, what I am thinking, what I am telling you, what I am sharing you is very important. It cannot be taken in light terms. It cannot be taken unseriously. It must be taken seriously because we do not have much time left in our hand. We have a long way to go. We have so many works to do. But where the spirit is strong, where the commitment is firm, where our resolve is strong, no wrong can stand on our way. We are Indians. We must feel proud of ourselves. We must not hate one another in name of caste, creed, and religion, but we must stand together to make India great. I have always stressed the point. Still, I am stressing it from east to west, from north to south, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Dear brothers and sisters, how can we teach our children? Honesty is the best policy. If we are not honest in our thoughts, if we are not honest in our dealings, we cannot make honest citizens. And honest citizens are the backbone of any nation. If a nation does not have honest citizens, honest to themselves, so that they can do their work honestly. Any work which is undertaken in a spirit of piety and holiness is bound to succeed. Why I am discussing this point? honesty is the best policy, because if we have honest citizens, they will perform their duties honestly. They will not ask for their rights too much, but they will always think that what is their duty towards their country, so that they can become responsible citizens. If they are responsible citizens, they will not break the laws of the country. They will strive their level best to work hard. They will strive their level best to become self-independent in their life. They will not become criminal. In according to one survey, there are 195 young men. They go to jail every day. Who is responsible for it? Our parents, our responsible leaders, our society, and finally our country. But the buck stops with youth also, because our youths have always have always passed the buck on others. So I tell you now, the buck stops with you. You must not pass the buck. The responsibility lies on your head. If you do not behave responsibly, you are bound to fail. And when you fail, you are bound to go to jail. So, how can we stop sending these youths to jail? By making them self-dependent, by awakening their own spirit, so that they can work honestly for their own interest, for interest of society, for interest of country. Second thing, one more important point, it must be told, because many people think that he is preaching, he is telling, he is talking unnecessary, but they are wrong. I want to say, it is good to have a bike. Why does the wheel be lost? Why does the driver loses the control? If he drives with a speed limit, there will be no accident. 400, 500, 600 people are killed in the country every day in road accidents. How can we stop? If you are watching this video, take my advice. Whenever you leave home, remember your God, whosoever it may be, and always keep your driving speed limit. Allow others, let others go first, then you try to cross. This is what I want to say. If you practice this advice, your life will be saved, and you will be able to fulfill your responsibility in the best interest of your country, in the best interest of our society, and for yourself, and for your own children, and for your own future. These two things that I wanted to discuss are very important. Let them not be neglected. They cannot be passed by. They cannot be ignored anymore. Thank you so much. That's all.